The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 67 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
60 outlaw.
Off-play action. Barlow. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Barlow, complete. It's Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun on third down. Barlow over the middle, complete. It's Shaw. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Barlow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Second down and inches. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. Looking to throw. Barlow. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message.
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
On second down, it's Edwards. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Back to throw. Short. That's into the hands of Edwards. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Short. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down.
And 2 strong. Ready?
On second down now, it's Edwards. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
We got 4. 5.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm coming back.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off the bootleg. Barlow rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Cook following the penalty. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Barlow setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
You did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunky yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectation.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Off the bootleg. Barlow. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Let's go.
The end result, 21 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And caught by Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Barlow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw. Short. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 60 yards. We own this. We own this. Ready?
On first down, Barlow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Short. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Short. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hey, let's go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Short. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Every time, it's a set. Come on.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Barlow. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even...
From the gun on third down. Barlow, and it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Beard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on third down. Barlow to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on, set. 90, wolf.
56.
Off the play fake. Short. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Short, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down. Short. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here,
and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He completes it to Henry. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Give to Cook out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Cook with a first down and much more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Looking to throw. Barlow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Short. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A big play there. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Barlow. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From a yard out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? The other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on second down. Short. They'll find Everett there, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back to throw. Short. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Short. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Short. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Cut.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
On the ball.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. From the gun on third down. Barlow, he's going to loft one deep over the... And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're